Richie, we didn't talk about this in our entire 25-minute game recap, but how much of a factor do you think that crowd made? Could you tell on TV? Because I got an answer for you, but I want to know what you thought on that.
Watching on TV, I thought it was really good, right? I don't know how the reduced capacity mattered. I honestly don't think that mattered at all, to be honest. But I think the crowd was there. They were excited. I think they were probably like you and I, where you're hoping for the best, but prepared for the worst. But once you got to halftime, you're like, holy crap, we could pull this off. And certainly they did. And seeing the crowd on the field after the game, just amazing. I loved it. But how was it actually in the stadium? Because you were there.
Yeah, it was comparable. I wasn't there for 2011 Oklahoma, so I know that's the one everybody kind of brings up. But I was there for 2014 Clemson. I was there for 2014 Notre Dame. I was there when we played the Gators in 2016. I've been to a lot of these big ones. It was one of the best atmospheres. And we talked about this off air. I went to the Florida-Miami game last year, and I know we hate both teams, whatever. That's fine. But I went to that game because I enjoy college football. I also enjoy seeing one of the two rivals lose, so I knew I was a win-win either way. But I did think it would be a fun atmosphere in the Swamp, right? You can say whatever you want about the Gators and the Canes and their coaches and their players, whatever. But the Swamp is fun. Right. It's a 90,000 person stadium and everybody's screaming and drunk and everything else. It is a fun place to watch a game. Right. It's a dump, but it is fun. Like the atmosphere is fun. And Florida couldn't capitalize on an insane crowd against a really good team. They gave their fans nothing to cheer about. And Florida State did the exact opposite. They immediately gave their fans something to cheer about, forcing third downs on the first drive, scoring on their first 3 possessions, and the crowd was so into it. And it impacted the game. Bama had 8 penalties. I think Florida State had 3 or 4. But some of those were delay of games. Some of those were false starts in big positions. I think there was one that was on like a 3rd and 3. It backed him up to 3rd and 8. If I'm not mistaken, I thought there was one on a 4th and 1 that they were going to go for it and then got a penalty and then couldn't go for it. I could be making that up in my mind, so don't hold me to that one for sure. But there were several pre-snap penalties that Florida State's crowd absolutely caused or impacted the other team to struggle. And the crowd was, I was very much like, all right, don't blow this, don't blow this, don't blow this, don't blow this. Nervous. The crowd wasn't like that at all. It was not like, oh man, no, it was, we're going to go out and win this game. And Florida State from the jump gave them a reason to be into the game. And in turn, the crowd let Florida State, let the players feed off that the rest of the way. Listen, I don't know. Does Mike go? He probably goes for it just because that's the way that he was built. But man, when they were going for that 4th and 1 in the 4th quarter, I knew they were scoring. I knew they were getting that. And it was just the vibe, the atmosphere of the crowd was exactly what you want in that kind of a big game. It was phenomenal. So yeah, the renovations, listen, that stuff's great too. I don't really care about that for this moment, right? Like you can play in the prettiest stadium in the world and lose by 30 and not, so what? But yes, all that said, people were, oh man, there's less people or this. Now it was the city was packed, the stadium was packed, and I expect it to continue that way. Like if you'd have lost this game by a ton, what does it look like next week? I've already heard from like 5 or 6 people. We're going to East Texas A&M. I've got friends going to the Kansas.
Oh, it's going to be a sellout.
Yes, yeah. Like people are going to buy back in. Last year, and we'll talk more about resetting picks and expectations and stuff with just this one game. But people are absolutely bought back in, and not just because you won, because you could have got lucky and won. Right. But you beat the shit out of the other team. And that's why you won. Like at the end of the day, that's why you ended up winning this game. And the crowd, listen, I think they win, even if the crowd's not as into it, which obviously wouldn't happen because the crowd would be into it anytime you're winning. But the crowd was absolutely a big factor. If you are feeling drained or not quite yourself, low testosterone might be why. Emerald Medical's testosterone replacement therapy can bring back your energy. Use our code right now, DFNS, for a free consultation and savings on your journey to feeling like the new you. My buddy Chris was up there at the tailgate with us. Hopefully you met him. And he loves college football and the Seminoles just like you guys. They offer personalized care that you can trust. You can call the number on the screen or visit emeraldhrt.com. Again, code DFNS will get you a free consultation so that you can feel like the real you again.
Yeah, no, and you could feel that from the television. I loved watching it. Like I could see, and especially at the end of the game when they stormed the field and everything, like the crowd was all in on this game. Like you're not going to host Alabama, the team of the 21st century, and not show up with a great crowd, especially at a school like Florida State. And they showed up in a way that I, I almost don't think I could have expected, but they did. And that was a shout out to everybody who was in Doak Campbell Stadium. I hate that I was not there, but shout out to everyone who was there. I'll be in Tuscaloosa next season because now I'm like, we're going to beat their ass. Like, that's easy.
Max has a good comment here. Danzy had the whole place absolutely rocking. Dude, the amount of big plays, like the squirrel white catch, the Danzy touchdown, the Lucas wheel route. My gosh, the way that Sawchuk was drug into the end zone at the end of the game to put it away, to put it up 14, the fourth downs that they missed, just all of it. Storming the field. I got no issue with that. I don't care if you do that I don't care if you do that after East Texas A&M. Because last year, I had to watch a team not get, and a fan base, and a coaching staff that didn't give a crap about the product, and didn't give a crap about the logo, and didn't give a crap about the standard, and didn't give a crap about freaking Bobby Bowden and everything that he'd built. I watched an entire program and its fans not care. So the storm of the field crap doesn't bother me at all. Give me people that actually care about winning games here and winning big games at Florida State. And I'm good with, I don't care. I had my friend that I went with, where we were sitting was a little hard to get to the field, but very much wanted to go down the field and, take down the goalposts or whatever. I was like, there really ain't a lot of bodies of water around here that we could go throw this in. But kind of a long walk to Lake Bradford from here. But yes, I'm all for it. And I'm, if we'd have been sitting in a little bit different space, I'd have been down there too. So shout out everybody who got out on the field. I hope you do it 12 more times this year. Or 11. Yeah, well, 15 more times. Let's do it. Here in September, we are going to push Sleeper heavily. If you think you know football, then turn your football knowledge into real money with the Sleeper app. Download the Sleeper app and pick more or less on your favorite players with more stats than any other daily fantasy app. Just choose 2 or more of your favorite players from pregame or live. Pick more or less from the predicted stats, and you could win up to 100 times your money if your picks win. Use promo code DFNS. You'll get a $100 match on your first deposit. Terms and conditions apply. See Sleeper's terms of use for details.
I have no problem at all with the fans storming the field. Like, I know it's not Nick Saban's Alabama, but it is still Alabama. It's a top 10 team. We were unranked. That will not be the case coming up this Tuesday.
Yeah.
When the polls come out. But yeah, I had no problem with it whatsoever. I was happy for the fans and to see Doak Campbell Stadium, like that field entirely filled with fans on the field, just excited that Florida State, I'm not saying we're back or anything like that, but in that moment, if I was at that game, I would have stormed the field too. I would have done the exact same thing. It was just a phenomenal moment for Florida State after the worst season of either of our lifetimes. Like, I think that was great. I'm so happy for all the fans that were there, for anyone who got to see what was going on. Again, a dominating performance against, the preeminent team in college football currently, and you dominated them. You put them to shame. That's a reason to storm the field. And I think I read it was a $50,000 fine. Who gives a shit? That's perfectly fine to me.